Hello, my name is Ozymandias12 and I'm here to give you a review of I Am Mother. I Am Mother is directed by Grant Sputore, not too sure how it's spelled, and it's recently come out on Netflix, but I saw it in the cinemas the other night and I just wanted to give a quick review of it. Basically, it's a sci-fi film about Clara Rudigard, who's kind of called daughter in the film, who's born in this weird facility in the future and is raised by Mother, a robotic caretaker. And basically you see the start of it, where she grows and you're finding out more about this world, what happened, what big post-apocalyptic event led them to this stage. And there are a few twists and turns that come in later in the story, especially when Hilary Swank's character enters in from outside, which outside is apparently barren and uninhabitable. Basically, my thoughts of this. It starts off well. It looks great. It has that nice sci-fi feel to it. But by the midpoint, it just doesn't evolve, and it just starts to really drag on. I could see in the cinema when I was watching it, people just starting to turn their heads and watch it, and they weren't really gripped. And that's what this film is trying to be. It's trying to be like an Alien kind of film. It borrows from a lot of sci-fi tropes. It's a very predictable film. You're not going to be surprised. If anything, some of the twists are merely just like, oh, okay. It doesn't really give you a jolt or anything like that. And it's a very average meh film. So it's not a bad film by any regard, but it's one of those meh films that do kind of annoy you by the end of it. There are some inconsistencies, little things like, so she's apparently supposed to have grown up in this thing with no contact from humans at all. But when she speaks to a human, she doesn't have the awkwardness or the shyness or anything like that. It didn't seem real, and it kind of took me out of the picture as well. It didn't really explain why she get along so well. Yes, it's very high tech with the systems and the teaching and how she's learning, but I just don't think that comes across when you meet other people. That's just a small little thing, and a lot of these kind of plot errors, I would say, kind of annoyed me throughout it. And it's by that halfway point that you really just start kind of going, oh, where's this going? You've got to give me more. And it really doesn't. There are great performances. It looks great. It follows the same old, it's an Australian film, by the way, and it follows the same old pattern of Australian films these days that look great, but offer really nothing in terms of story or just a genuine feel for the film. I didn't really feel much for these characters. I did like what it looked like, and it was engaging to the point where it was like, okay, it looks all right, and I guess I'll find out what they want. But I could have easily not known by the end of it. And I think basically they needed to do more with the script in the second half, and I think maybe they were tied down by budget constraints. But if you're going to do a debut feature film, you need to have more of an impact. This was very mellow response. I could see the crowd. I couldn't help but feel the crowd was falling away from the film, and same with me. So I would not recommend I Am Mother. It is a sci-fi film that borrows from a bunch of other big sci-fi films, which doesn't make it an original concept, and it doesn't really add to the experience of this. It really feels like a borrowed sci-fi film by the end of it, and it's quite forgettable. Good performances. Hilary Swank's character, when she comes in, she really sells a role, and she's great to watch. But yeah, and so it looks great. All style, very little substance, and in the end, quite a boring sci-fi film. So that's my review. Thank you.